Hey, what's happening, guys? Chris here with Berkeley Exteriors. If you own a home in Connecticut, you're going to want to listen up. Today we're going to be talking about insurance canceling policies. It might happen to you, so pay attention. We're going to talk about what's going on, and we're going to talk about some ways you can fight it. All right, now to get into this, we're starting out with a printout from Progressive. Progressive says here that if your roof is over 20 years old, you will be ineligible for coverage or possible non-renewal. I also have a printout here from a company called Entrust Insurance. Entrust Insurance says that if your roof exceeds 15 to 20 years old, you will encounter difficulties obtaining a quote, and insurance companies will be reluctant to extend your coverage on any older roof. Okay, these companies, I've dealt with it dozens of times this year. If your roof is over 15 to 20 years old, if it's anywhere closer to 25 years old, careful. They are going to cancel your policy. They're not going to renew it. If you call them for anything, if they come out to your house, they will cancel your policy. They will get you in trouble, and you will have to replace your roof. So be careful, get ahead of it, and be cautious. Now here we're going to talk about a couple ways that you can fight back, all right? Now, Connecticut recently posted out. This is from the state of Connecticut about the insurance companies. They are not allowed to fly a drone over your property, and based off of discoloration, streaking, or any cosmetic damage, they are not allowed to use that as a basis for non-renewal. You have a way to fight back. If they say it's discolored, if they say there's granule loss or anything like that, and your roof is under 25 years old, they may still try to cancel your policy, but under Connecticut law, they are not allowed to. They have a zero tolerance for anybody using these things to try to prevent renewing your policy. Now, we've seen in the news recently, there have been companies that are sending drones over neighborhoods and just picking out houses. I recently had a woman in New Haven call me. She was an old customer of mine, and she was having her policy canceled because they said that her roof was too old and that her roof was falling apart. So I went out to take a look at this. There was a little bit of moss growing on it, but otherwise this roof was almost brand new. It was 10 years old and had a small bit of moss growing on it, and the insurance company sent somebody to her house. They saw the moss growing on it, and they said this roof needs to be replaced, and we're not going to cover you anymore. So I went out, I inspected the roof, saw it was in perfect condition, and we ended up having to write a letter to the insurance company stating that this was a 10-year-old roof, that there was no qualifiers to have to replace it, that it was going to be alive for another 10 to 15 years. And fortunately, she was able to be saved in this situation, but not everybody is as lucky. So make sure you know your rights. Make sure you know when the insurance company sends you that letter that you have ways to fight back, that you have ways to talk to them. Talk to a contractor like me. Talk to somebody else who might know what they're talking about. And make sure that they document everything that they're looking at. They might just send you a letter saying you have fascia that needs to be replaced, that you have parts falling off the roof, that you have shingles missing. But make sure that they document it. Make sure that they show you pictures, because otherwise they might just be trying to get out of covering the policy because they're trying to run from any potential liability on their part. Okay, so be careful, know your rights. If you want to go on the state of Connecticut website, you can find this document where they talk about the restrictions that they have, what is considered degradation, what is considered grounds for non-renewal, and make sure that you know what you're talking about when the insurance adjuster comes to your house. If your roof is 20 to 25 years old or more, make sure before you call any claims in for anything else around the property, before you try to call for a different price, before you call your insurance for anything, make sure you have all the steps in place. Make sure you've started budgeting. Make sure you plan out, because if they come to your house for anything, they could come for a leak inside. They could come for something around the exterior. They will see your roof. They will say that it's too old. They'll look at it and have 3-tab shingles, which we'll put on a display above us here. But they will cancel your policy, and there will be nothing that you can do about it. So make sure you know your rights, make sure you know the age of your roof, make sure you're staying aware, and make sure that if you're getting to that 20 to 25 year mark, you're budgeting and you're getting ready. It's going to be a big expense, and I hate for you to do it in a hurry. And if you need any other help, make sure to call us, Berkeley Exteriors, and go onto our website and see what we can do to help you.